All right. It's that day of the week, Monday, baby. I love Mondays. Thank God it's Monday. You already know what it is. It's your boy Edward Gills here. You can follow me on Instagram before we even begin this episode. My Instagram is CEO Ambitionist. That's CEOAMBITIONIST. And I am very happy to be here today to not shoot, but talk to you on this next episode of Ed Talk. Second episode of Ed Talk. So what is this show all about? Ed Talk is the show about self-improvement, motivation, fitness, and nutrition. And today is actually a wonderful day. I had a lot going on today. What did I do today? So today I woke up 4 a.m. I took a run. First thing I always do in the morning is run. Why? Because the first thing I like to do is test the will. You see, you don't want to be a punk in the morning. Like a lot of us wake up like punks. The first punk thing to do is to press the snooze button. I did that last week, and I felt a punk the whole week. So I decided to not do that this week. And I was like, I'm going to start my week off pretty strong. And the only way I'm going to do that is by not being a punk. Don't be a punk. So when I woke up at 4, took a little jog. Took me about, 20 minutes. I think I ran 2.5 miles. And then from there on, it's Monday. So, you got to take a shower. Don't stink up the room. You don't want to be stink. Don't be stank. That's not rule number 2 is rule number 1, don't be a punk. And rule number 2, don't be stank. So I took a shower. And then from there on, planning. Monday is the day to plan. If you fail to plan, you plan to fail. So what I like to do on my Monday mornings is I take some time. I think of the week. I think of last week, what did I do wrong? And I think of this week, what am I going to do right? You know what I mean? And then what I do is I list a set of goals. Like, okay, this is what I want to do, accomplish this week. So a couple goals for this week has been really business, make more money. So the entail of that was create sales funnel, or branding, or school. Make sure you study more this school week. So I sat down, I scheduled a couple of plans for the week, and then what I did was from there I looked at the whole week in general, looked at my calendar, set up things for that week, and then I go into the days. I go into Monday, I automate my tweets, I automate my social media posts, and then we get our day going. And that's all I did before 7 a.m. Now, that's why you don't wake up like a punk. You get things done. So by 7, I had some breakfast. 7, breakfast. 9, I had money in banking. From class, I went to, my show, Unlimited Power, which is actually a great opportunity. I got to interview this very interesting person. Her name is Meredith Kramer. And we were speaking about meditation, mindfulness, and we also spoke today on the show about yoga and just being in tune with your mind. I think I learned a lot of things from that, and I think the most important thing I get out of all of these interviews is usually not it's not branding. I don't even do it for that. Really, it's just connections. It's just meeting people and talking. It's like when you could talk to someone in an interview and they could tell you half about their lives, you become friends, and just from there on, I built a connection. Guess what? I already got it. She was like, okay, here, I have these resources I know about, Ed, so let me connect you to my people to help you grow your business. I was like, okay, I'll help you with this branding. Let me help you with some videos. And just like that, exchange. So I realized that my biggest marketing or my biggest networking thing that I can use now is essentially interview. Personal branding. Just by spreading positive energy into the world, I get positive energy back. And it really does work. Energy is actually a real thing. And just go back to, I don't want to bore you guys, but this is Ed Talk, so this is a show where I just talk and ramble and you listen. I'm just kidding. Eventually, I'm supposed to be bringing people into this show, like a panel type thing, but I don't do it all the time because I like my voice. It's very sexy and deep. But anyways, let's go to the main point. What I'm trying to say is you need to make network and connect with other people. And a lot of times, if you're not spreading the right energy, you will bypass those people. You walk around, you won't see the people you need to see. So we kind of work on energy. So I was sitting at Barnes and Nobles Barnes and Nobles is a great place to meet good people. Yeah, I'm telling you, if you wanna meet great people, go to Barnes and Nobles, right? Just sitting there, just like this lady asked me, hey, can I sit there? Because there was no seats. I was like, sure, you can sit there. Then, like we didn't even have to talk to this lady, and I could have went about my own business, but I kind of like sense energy, and I was like, you know what? You seem like a really great person. From there on, like we talked, she gave me a card, and then couple like months later I would invite her out to my show, and then that's how it goes. Just like the other day, I met this guy at the beach. I was working out. I was just actually no I went to the beach early morning, 7 a.m., which I like to do because I like to see the water and see the waves and be in touch with nature and stuff like that. And then I saw this dude working out. I saw ropes, battle ropes, I saw tires, I saw all this equipment. I was like, wow, that's awesome. Working out equipment, that makes nothing makes me more excited than workout equipment and money. But anyways, I saw him. I was like, what are you doing? Like, you working out? Can I work with you? I was like, you mind if I shoot you a couple of videos? Like, because I think this is pretty cool and genuine. Like, it was a genuine reaction to things. I really thought it was a cool thing. And then, to make long story short, invited him to my show. He came on my show. We talked, learned a lot about him, learned a lot about business. And I never knew this guy was like a multimillionaire, like I'm over here, next thing you know, recording his Porsche. Like, I just made a connection just there, like, no intention of doing it, but just knowing him. And then next thing you know, he kind of like, he's rich, but that's not what I care about. I just really cared about the knowledge that he had. And, I just cared about that we shared one thing, and I was passionate about fitness and he was passionate about fitness. So, eventually, like, he's like, hey, I want you to handle some of my media. I was like, sure, I'll help you with that. It's just, I always have an open mind to helping people. And I see that it works better than for me going out there and passing 1,000 flyers, which I've done on the beach before. I've been like, hey, you ever heard of Flex Fitness and Performance? Here's my card. Like, I've done that, but it never really worked. So that's why today's episode is about energy. Energy. You got to foster the right energy into the world, and from there on, great things will happen. Now, that was a very long introduction about energy, but it's energy. If you share the right energy with the right people, great things will come your way. If you share the right energy with the right people, great things will come your way. 120% true. I'm not even kidding, guys. And I've only done this for a little bit, and it's already been working. So all I got to do is continue doing this over and over and over, and eventually things will get a lot, substantial. So once again, I want to thank you for tuning in to the unlimited power. Sorry, that's my other show, which you can tune into on my YouTube channel every Tuesdays at 8 p.m. But this is Ed Talk, where I talk to the mic and share what I've learned, share my days, and share my life, and share other people's stories to you guys, and also give you guys some deep knowledge about the things I know as far as nutrition, working out, entrepreneurship, grinding, and the most important thing that I know about is called grit, and that's called not quitting, not giving up, and not surrendering. And that's what I do. I don't think I'm the best guy, I don't think I'm the smartest guy, but I think I'm the guy who will never give up on whatever happens, because like, I've had a lot of things happen to me, but I never quit, I never give up, and I never surrender. And I think if we all could learn that one thing, we could be a lot more successful in life in general, because what happens with most people is like nobody ever fails, but everybody just like, I'm tired of this, I got all these F's. Like, I failed accounting 3 times, 4 times, so I quit now. Like, I'm tired of this, so I give up. My business is not being successful, so I quit. Like, I failed over at 3 business ventures, over like probably 4. But I always started something new. So every failure is a stepping stone towards like my successes and towards a passion. So what I've learned without making $1 million yet is that you don't need to make $1 million to be successful, but you need to make 1 million mistakes and not give up. So I made a lot of mistakes, still making them every single day, but I've learned to not quit. So if I could get one thing for you through this show, it's not gonna be like what you should eat, not the broccolis, not the Brussels sprouts, not the workouts you should go, not the beast mode things I do in the gym, which I could tell you too. But I want you to know one thing: that no matter what it is you're doing, don't quit and don't be a punk. Very simple way to put it. All right, so we're gonna get started now. I like this song. You see this little sound thing? This is called Ed's theme song. So I play it. All right. Boom. Energy. So what exactly is energy? Think of it like this. Energy is what kind of like powers things, right? So you have the speaker here is energized through electricity, and the electricity comes from, wherever that comes from, and the power plant, or if it's solar panel, but there's a source, right? Everything has a source. Essentially, it's not ran by, this cannot operate without some sort of like source of energy. So it's just like us. We have a source of energy, and I don't know if you're religious or not, whatever you believe in, there's some sort of source of energy that's keeping you going throughout your ventures in life. And what happens is a lot of us never find that energy. So what happens is we become what you call energy drainers. You walk around like, I need some energy. Like you that creepy guy, like in the club, just be like, I need some energy. So I'm gonna buy some drinks and maybe I'll get some energy. Yeah. So that's what become energy drainers. And we have other people who are on the opposite side of the spectrum, and these people are called the ones who give out energy. And some of them really suffer a lot because they give out too much energy, and they kind of like run out of energy for their own things. They'll be like, hey, there's energy here. They throw energy around like frisbees. Like, you get an energy, you get energy, you get one too, and you get one. And then like, oh snap, I gave all my energies away. So there's those people, and there are those people who are just like in the middle, searching for energy. Sometimes they get it, sometimes they lose it, sometimes they find it, and sometimes they don't know what the heck they're doing. And I think most of us are those types of people. We're like, I'm drenched. And that's because we don't have a source of energy. We don't have somewhere to like get it. We're just like, okay, my bills are paid. I got some energy. Like, oh, I got the red bottoms. I got the energy. Or I went to this party tonight. I got the energy. Or, I took hit that blunt. I got some energy. So our sources are very like little things that are not long term. And I was one of those people too. Like, and I still believe some days I am, like we all are. But what I've learned is you got to have the main source of energy. And once you find that main source of energy, everything seems to like be okay. Like sometimes, you might not have the partying in the club and the girls, sometimes you might get none, you might get no play, but it's fine because you got that internal source of energy. So I'm just, like I always say, like I'm not an expert. I'm not here to tell you what to do. I'm just here to like spread what I think, and also what I think would work for me, and what I've heard from other people also being on my show and being on all the other things I'm doing. And I'm just like kind of like spreading that to you, that message, and hopefully like you could kind of like feed off that energy. That's pretty much what I'm trying to do and trying to say. So hopefully you hear me, and if you don't, it's okay. I'm not judging you. I'm not gonna judge you. I'm not gonna say anything bad about you. But at the end of the day, it's just you have to find your own internal energy, and if you don't, you just kind of be in the dark all the time. And Thomas Edison, I believe that's his name. That is his name, right? The guy who made the light bulb, right? I think he said he fell like, 1,000 times? 10,000 times. But he never gave up, He said, I didn't fail. In fact, that was his infamous line of Thomas Edison. I haven't failed 10,000 times. I've just found 10,000 ways not to do something. And that's just a genius way of putting things, because he knows that at the end of the day, you never fail. You just refocus, redirect, and find a better way to make things happen. And a lot of us never kind of do that. We just, well, things didn't go right, so I can't find a different route, a different alternative. And essentially what happens in life is that you kind of see that everything that happens leads you not astray, but away from the things that you shouldn't be doing, or the things that may not be the solution. Like the solution is your mission. Like I'm slowly like finding what I want to do and what I need to do. And essentially my first mission in life was to just make money. I was like, let me get that moolah, baby. Like, I'm from a poor country. I didn't come here to be a punk. I came here to be rich. I came here to make money. But the more I do this, I'm like, hey, I don't really care about money. I want to be rich. Like, my name stands for wealth. Like, Edward means wealth. So I'm already wealthy. I said that last time. I was like, my friends told me, like, where's the money? I'm like, I'm already wealthy. The money's just not here yet. My name says I'm wealthy, and like my knowledge is wealth. So I no longer go for money. I go for impact, right? And that's why I spend an hour here doing this show. I could be spending an hour marketing right now, getting more clients and make that moolah. But I'm sowing seeds into my future, and that's how I look at life. So, and this happens by just me being in the dark, and I've had to find some sort of energy throughout my life. And I'm talking about literally being in the dark, like power being turned off. I'm talking about getting evicted. That hurts. It's tough. But what I learned from all that is if you focus on money, you will never be happy. But if you focus on finding what you really want to do and do it every single day, whether you get paid or eat crap, you're gonna be a lot more successful. And this is a 22-year-old talking to you, and I promise you in 5-10 years you're gonna hear my name, and it's gonna be big. It's gonna be huge. But I believe in it, and I believe in it every day, and I work on it every single day. I wake up, I think about it. I go throughout my day, I think about it. I go to sleep, I dream about it. Then I wake up again, I do the same thing. Repeat the process. On the grind, always on the move. I'm just out here working. I'm out here grinding, trying to make it, and it's not even for me anymore. It's for you.
Oh, I'm out here working, I'm working. Touch money. Oh, I'm out here working, I'm working. Live life like a surgeon. Get into that money, no disturbance. Oh, I'm out here working, I'm working.
You already know I'm working, guys. Now, question is, are you working? It's Monday morning. Well, it's not Monday morning. It's 3 o'clock, 3:24. Yeah. So, another thing, too, make sure you get some sleep. Don't be like me. When you're up for so long, you kind of forget what time it is. I'm crazy. I think it's still Monday morning. I lose track of time. That's good, because I don't operate on time. I operate on accomplishment. Yeah. So that's my energy, feeds off of accomplishment. And Tony Robbins says one thing. He says, we don't become fulfilled in life, right? You know how Tony Robbins, the guy with the big hands, the very tall 6-7 foot guy, he could probably put his hand on your face and grab it and crush it. Yeah, but he said this. He said, we don't become happy by accomplishing. We don't become happy by making $1 million, by reaching what we've always wanted. It's like the daily wins that really make you, satisfied. And every win that you make is like it's like a coal being thrown in that energy plant to like feed off your energy. So that's why a lot of people you see like, oh, like Kevin Hart, for instance. My man's Kevin Hart got his new little network. Let me not put little. I hate when people put little in front of whatever you say. That's just so demeaning. You ever heard of those people? Let's go off of them. You ever know those people that put little in front of everything they say? Like you'd be like, I like your little shirt. What you mean little shirt? Like it's a large. It's a large. Get away with that BS. You know what? So that's nothing. Don't say little in front of things. It just demeans your compliment. Your compliment don't matter. Compliment don't matter if you put little. Like, oh, I see you got your little business going on. No, I got a big business going on. What you talking about? Imagine if your girlfriend was like, I like your little penis game. I don't think you would like that. It doesn't sound very attractive. But anyways, let's go back to Kevin Hart. Kevin Hart, this guy has everything and everything, like he's a comedian, and then he's making movies, and the next thing you know, he's just like doing like fitness things, partnerships with Nike, and then he starts his own, LOL, I think is it Laugh Out Loud, a comedy network. What's happening is, and he's making cartoons, he's voiceovers, he's doing everything. He's like Steve Harvey or like all those other guys. What they're doing is they're not just like, oh, just trying to make $1 million or try to like be a billionaire. Of course, they have money goals, but I think and I believe and I know this is true that those people feed off accomplishments. Like, okay, I've accomplished this. Now what? Because like if you just make this awesome app and you sell it for $2 billion and you're a billionaire and do nothing for the rest of your life, you're not really gonna be happy. You're just gonna be a miserable old man, just like with nothing to do. And like, so that's the thing. What's the rush? A lot of us, we're in college right now, or maybe we're not in college, this FBURradio.com. Tune in. But you could be listening anywhere around the world. But you're like, I want to get to the goal. But what I've realized is I like the process. This is cool. This is like, I wake up every day and I think of my life like a movie. I think I'm like a star in my own movie. And I legit do think like that. Sometimes I go out running, I'm like, yeah, like this could be a good scene for a movie. And I'm just like enjoying the process. That's the thing. You gotta enjoy the process. And that kind of gives you a lot more energy than just like all of a sudden just like making it. Because then it's just like, well, I've made it now. Now what? I've made it now. Now what? I've made it now. Now what? So then it's just whack at that point, like you don't want to just make it. You want to grind for it. You want to thrive for it. And you want to yearn for it, and you just want to like, it's like in the gym. Like when I go to the gym, yesterday I was like, I go beast mode. Like I walk into the gym, I'm like, the lion is here, you know what I mean? And then I look at the weights and I'm like, those, weights, I'm gonna crush you today. Listen, weights, I'm gonna crush you today. And I enjoy the process. Like I'm not waiting. Oh, when is my gym session going in? Like I just want to get these abs. Like no, I don't like. For me, is if I was at the fittest point of my life, I would be very dissatisfied because it's not fun anymore. And I just like every day getting stronger. I think like that's the most beautiful thing is to just like be like when I could lift. I remember like in freshman year I was bicep curling like 45 pounds. Now I'm like doing 70. I'm like, yeah. And I'm not even thinking about other people when I'm in the gym either. I'm just like really thinking about the weight. Like I look at the weight and I'm like, lick my lips. I'm like, I'm gonna crush you today. And I get it going, like, and I love that. I love the process. And that's what you got to do. Love the process, guys.
Your brain is like a circuit switch. Once you believe you are something, you actually embody it. You embody that feeling. If you were, God forbid, in a coma, and you woke up and you didn't really have a memory, and you were told that you used to be a Navy SEAL, and they want you back now when you're healthy. Do you think you'd act differently and hold yourself differently, conduct yourself different, and have a different self-concept of who you are than if you were told you were a piano instructor? Being successful in life is all about having the proper belief system in who you are. Truly believing that you are something unique, that you are something special in that field. If you truly believe inside of you that you are one of the best actors in the world, you will be entirely different than if you're like, I hope I'm good. Your expressions will be totally different. Your tone of voice. You'll talk in a more convincing fashion. You'll use your natural voice instead of a scripted one. You'll be more emphatic. You'll be more real, more relatable. Our brain is like a circuit. And so if we introduce it with the proper wiring, you're going to go straight to your target. If you're unsure about who you are, then your dreams, your goals, they will never become a reality. Everyone has mental doubts in life, internal conflicts. Even the most successful people that you look up to. But they don't live there. It's how you handle those negative thoughts in that exact moment and overwhelm them with positive action. And that comes with this utmost confidence in yourself that you can handle the situation. Trust in yourself that you are better than the moment.
The greats think differently. The greats see differently, right? The greats have a different worldview. The greats, they approach the game in a totally different way. So I need you to do me a huge favor. I need you to think about what you're thinking about when your effort is low. Because if you can get this, you can get any success you want in life. You can have anything you want in life if you can get this. The next time you give a low effort, right? You give it 70% or 50% or 30%. I want you to think about what you're thinking about when your effort is low. If your effort is low, you're probably not thinking about the opportunity. You're probably thinking about the obligation. And when you think about E.T., how you stay pumped up. E.T.'s how you stay on fire. E.T., how you always driven. Even in the midst of trials and tribulations. Even in the midst of your haters. When people try to break you and tear you down. E.T., how you stay strong. I keep thinking about the opportunity. Every single day, I'm thinking about the opportunity, and I'm not looking at this thing as an obligation. I'm not looking at this thing as something that I have to do, or that I'm forced to do, right? Something that somebody's making me do. Every time I wake up, I'm thinking, I'm alive, baby. This is the day. This is an opportunity. If you want what you've never had before, if you want to do what you've never done before, if you want to be what you've never been before, change your mentality. And I want you to see that effort goes up when you look at it as, I got an opportunity of a lifetime. But you should be excited about the fact that you have an opportunity.
The opportunity is yours. It's yours. And I believe that. I think it's true. I don't think it's true. I know it's true, baby. It's very true. So we all have this amazing opportunity. And the thing is, we don't really believe that. You hear E.T. talk. Like I hear it. First of all, I need you to take just 30 minutes, 1 hour out your day every single day and, just listen to some motivational thing throughout the day. Like, forget Young Thug. I'm sorry, you guys. Forget Kodak Black. Just for 30 minutes out the day and just listen to some really positive words. Or, like this podcast. You could tune into this every Monday at 3 p.m. Or, just go on the SoundCloud, type motivational soundtrack and just listen to it. And I want you to keep feeding your head with this over and over. That's what I did. And the more I do it, the more I believe in it. And now I'm not even just listening, I'm talking. So now you could hear my voice too. So I'm technically, taking part of the greatness that all these other greats are doing. So basically, the opportunity is here, but you're too afraid of that greatness you have because you're like, oh, that's unknown. Like you've ever really seen great people like Martin Luther, like not even, let's not even go Martin Luther King, just a person you just went out somewhere and they were speaking and you just like lived off their confidence level and you're just like, wow, this person is so confident, they're so great, I just wish I could be just like them. No, be just like you. You're great too. You just have no idea. You have no idea. I'm telling you. Like I think I could be talking like this and be making all these videos. I had no idea. I was really a very shy kid, you know? And shoot, 9 years ago I didn't even speak English. Now, you know, I'm speaking pretty well, don't I? I'm a very articulate young man over here, you know, I'm speaking English pretty well. And I'm not just speaking English. I'm speaking English in front of people. I'm talking to other people, engaging. So what's that? It's called, you have the opportunity, but you got to be willing to figure it out. That opportunity, you have to let it out. And, you know, you just got to let it out. And you just got to go.
Don't get it twisted. ET get tempted just like everybody else. But where I come from, everybody don't get this shot. Have you lost your mind? You know how hard I worked to get here? I put in too many hours. I sweat too much blood, too much tears. I worked hard to get here. Didn't nobody give me this. My daddy wasn't there for me. Are you hearing me? I didn't grow up with wealth. Didn't nobody pay me. I worked for this. Sweat, blood, tears. I earn every dime I get. I work for this. And you think I'm about to get this up for some foolishness? Have you lost your mind? You work for this championship. You work for this. You put in time. This is not the time to lose your mind. This is the time to go all in. All in on 3. 1, 2, 3. Come on, 1, 2, 3. Come on, 1, 2, 3. Time to go all in.
All in, baby. Get your mind out the gutter. I'm talking about all in your dreams. All in those things you want to do, you know? And I would say one thing right now. If you have anything you like to do, just make a video about it. I promise you, it could change your entire life. Let's do some practical things here. Like, you like video games, record yourself playing video games and post it on YouTube and do that every day, every week. All right. You like makeup, record yourself making a video of makeup and post that somewhere. And you like boys, make videos of boys, you know, I don't know, whatever you like, make a video, and, well, not everything you like. If it could land you in a jail cell, maybe don't do it, you know, I know, like, just don't go to jail. But anyways, practical, you know, like, go all in your craft, and sometimes you don't really know how you're gonna find an opportunity, but in the world of limitless, you know, like, market is so easy. It's not easy, in fact, it's very hard, but the market is there for everyone. Everyone have a chance, but 75% of us are not willing to do anything with that chance. So just like make something best of it. All right. So let's go back to the topic today. Today we're talking about energy. And if you're just now tuning in, you're watching. I mean, tuning in, listening. I keep saying watching is because I do a lot of more videos. Once again, unlimited power on my YouTube channel. You could watch that show. There I have other people come. I had Dr. Love the other day. I've had entrepreneurs. I had personal trainers. I've had yoga instructors, mindfulness and meditation teachers. I've had all different types of people with great knowledge. I've had even people with mastermind, you know, self-improvement coaches. And you could tune into that on my YouTube channel, and that's youtube.com/C/Edward Gills. And that's EDOUARDGILLES. You already know what it is. It's your boy Ed telling you, get your energy right. You know, don't drain energy. And speaking of energy, good tip, health tip right here. We're going to have health tip of the day. We're going to have workout tip of the day. We're going to make this show great. This show is going to be huge. And it's going to be huge, really huge. So, health tip of the day. You need some energy. Eat an apple. And, yeah, eat an apple. And, you know, it works. You know, it said the apple of the day, keep the doctor away. I wish I was a rapper sometimes, but I'm not. Apple a day, keep the doctor away. Okay? Yeah, just do that. And that gets you some energy. 120%. So I don't know if you guys watched the fight the other day, but I didn't stay up to watch it because I got to get some sleep because I got to wake up early and grind. And, you know, I do economics too. I didn't want to pay for the fight, so I waited till the next day. Found out who won and then watched little bits of it. But anyways, the fight was a very interesting fight because I truly believe that fight showed very two-willed people. First of all, Conor was a very great guy for even taking up that fight. I don't care what people say about him or his style of how they promoted the fight. I think whatever they do, that's up to them. You know, like, I'm not going to judge. I don't judge. But anyways, Conor, he wanted to fight the best, 49 and old person. You know, like, okay, 49 and old, and you're going to be D1, and you've never boxed in a real boxing match ever. You are some brave guy. You know, he was very brave for doing that. And also, let's look at Mayweather. He was also very brave too, you know. I think he already knew he was going to win, but at the same time, he was also brave because he came out of retirement and then just, okay, we're going to do it. All those guys, they were brave people. They had that bravery skill and they had that, you know, let's make some money mentality too. So what happened is that they were willing to give it all, you know, put it all on the line just to, you know, test themselves or, hey, or maybe just make some money. I don't know what their motives are. And I'm sure as heck is not going to, you know, judge them for it. But they were great. And I would, kudos. And congratulations to Mayweather for really showing up. You know what I mean? Showing up. And, shout out to my main man, Muhammad Ali.
He would come to the gym, and if he didn't get a ride to the gym, he didn't have no car, he would run. He would run across the causeway.
Muhammad Ali, one of my great heroes, had a great line in the 70s when he was asked, how many sit-ups do you do? He said, I don't count my sit-ups. I only start counting when it starts hurting. When I feel pain, that's when I start counting because that's when it really counts. That's what makes you a champion.
Jerry, I'm the greatest fighter that ever stepped foot in the ring. Money will be lost that night. This will be the biggest upset in the century of all boxing.
I think you're a big bag of wind. Damnedest showman that ever lived, and you ain't kidding anybody.
The odds are 7-1. It's very big odds for a heavyweight championship fight.
It has to be listed. Liston's a much bigger puncher.
While these big mouth people talking about I talk too much, well, I want all of them to be there, and I'm going to shut up all of his mouth.
And Cassius Clay has won after 6 rounds.
Cassius is not my name no more.
You want to keep calling me a white man's name? I'm not white.
Continues to scream at Terrell.
He beat the hell out of those who didn't want to use his name.
Mr. Muhammad Ali has just refused to be inducted into the United States Armed Forces.
I'm just about broke. I'm not allowed to work here now in America.
I'm going to fight, not for me, but to uplift my little brothers who are sleeping in concrete floors today in America.
They want to become famous. Their people. It's a wonderful, wonderful.
I'm going to float like a butterfly and sting like a bee. George can't hit what his eyes can't see.
All of you chumps are going to bow when I whip him. All of you. I know you got him. I know you got him picked. But the man's in trouble. I'm going to show you how great I am.
Bluffed him. I done everything. Beat him up basically for about 5 or 6 rounds. I thought it was easy. Then about the 6th round, he whispered in my ear after I'd hit him in the side, "That all you got, George?"
And now we're talking about who's going to stop me. Well, ain't nobody going to stop me. I must be the greatest. I took up the world. I took up the world. I told you, all of my critics, that I was the greatest of all time.
He who is not courageous enough to take risks will accomplish nothing in life.
the greatest of all time, Muhammad Ali. You know, my favorite thing from Muhammad Ali is that this guy had the best energy possible. You know, and that's energy of confidence. That's energy of, I don't care what you say, I am the greatest. Yes, sir. And that's what made him great. I think that was it. He just kept saying it. Self-reinforcement, right? I'm the greatest. 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 If somebody said something about themselves every single time you met them, would you start slowly but surely start believing what they're saying? I think it's true. Repetition is key. And what happens is, hey, remember when you was a kid and you was like, I want to be a superhero. Yes, I wanted to be Tarzan. You know, like I had trees in my backyard. And I had, I was like, I was from a rural place. You know, I thought it was possible to be Tarzan. I still think I could probably be Tarzan if I wanted to. You know, because like I'm very athletic. I could climb trees. But anyways, if you kept saying that forever, I don't know if it'll probably be real, but I think people would start believing that one day you could probably become, I actually think you could be that one day, But it's just repetition. A lot of us, we kind of never get to that point where we could repeat something over and over, and we just kind of like get sidetracked. And I'm not saying like it's not the circumstance of which you're in that determines what you can be or not be, but it's the belief in what you believe in, what you can be or not be. So you might not see it. It might not be like a complete reality, but if you keep saying and reiterating that one thing you want so dearly to your heart, right? If you keep reiterating that one thing you want so dearly to your heart, whether it's that girl or that job or that cash or that car, it can happen. But some people never really get to the point where they can say it over and over. Like, there's a lot of things I'm saying now. I'm like, I'm going to be huge, But does my life show that I'm going to be huge now? Maybe, because I'm actually doing things. But it's not, I'm not super wealthy, Like, hey, I don't have, like, investors, But I still saying, like, I'm going to be huge. And I'm going to say it every time, every day. I'm going to act like it. I'm going to talk like it. I'm going to walk like it. I'm going to have my chest up like I'm ready yet. And it's going to happen. It's going to manifest. And I think a lot of people have done that. Even Conor McGregor, he was like, I wish I had that. Do I have that soundtrack? But Conor McGregor was like, okay, you're going to know my name. Now, how many of you guys know his name? Even the person who didn't even like watch boxing or MMA. By this point, you know this guy's name. And all he had to do is keep saying it over and over and over until you believed it. But if you don't believe it, I don't think anybody else is going to believe it. And that's the thing. A lot of us, we never believe it. That's it, man. Very simple principles, and I don't even have to come up with these things on my own. They're very like already pre-made for me. So I'm just the messenger, right?
Believe you are something. You actually embody it.
You actually embody it. True. I think that's true. You see, I have to play that one more time, rewind it on you, remind you a little bit, that if you believe it, it can happen. But you gotta want it. You gotta want it bad enough. Let me play this right quick. You gotta want it bad enough.
It was a young man who, he wanted to make a lot of money, and so he went to this guru, right? And he told the guru, I want to be on the same level you are. And so the guru said, if you want to be on the same level I'm on, I'll meet you tomorrow at the beach.
The beach.
So the young man got there at 4 a.m. He all ready to rock and roll, got on the suit, should have wore shorts. The old man grabs his hand and said, how bad do you want to be successful? He said, real bad. He said, walk on out in the water. So he walks out into the water. Watch this. When he walks out into the water, it goes waist deep. So he's like, this guy crazy. Adrian, like, I want to make money. He got me out here swimming. I didn't ask to be a lifeguard. I want to make money. He got me in. So he said, come out a little further. Walked out a little further. Then he had it right around this area, the shoulder area. So this old man crazy. He making money, but he crazy. He said, come on out a little further. He came out a little further. Was right at his mouth. My man like, I'm about to go back in here. This child is mine. So the old man said, I thought you said you wanted to be successful. He said, I do. He said, walk a little further. He came, dropped his head in, held him down, hold him down. My man didn't scratch it, holding him down. He had him held down. Just before my man was about to pass out, he raised him up. He said, I got a question for you. He told the guy, he said, when you want to succeed as bad as you want to breathe, then you'll be successful. I don't know how many of y'all got asthma in here today, but if you ever had an asthma attack before, you short of breath, SOB, shortness of breath, you wheezing. The only thing you're trying to do is get some air. You don't care about no basketball game. You don't care what's on TV. You don't care about nobody calling you. You don't care about a party. The only thing you care about when you're trying to breathe is to get some fresh air. That's it. And when you get to the point where all you want to do is be successful as bad as you want to breathe, then you'll be successful. And I'm here to tell you, number one, that most of you say you want to be successful, but you don't want it bad. You just kind of want it. You don't want it badder than you want to party. You don't want it as much as you want to be cool. Most of you don't want success as much as you want to sleep. Some of you love sleep more than you love success. And I'm here to tell you today, if you're going to be successful, you got to be willing to give up sleep. You got to be willing to work off for 3 hours of sleep, 2 hours. If you really want to be successful, some days you're going to have to stay up 3 days in a row. Because if you go to sleep, you might miss the opportunity to be successful. That's how bad you got to want it. You got to go days without, listen to me, you got to want to be successful so bad that you forget to eat. Beyonce said once she was on the set doing her thing, 3 days had gone by, she forgot she didn't eat. Because she was engaged. I never forget when 50 Cent was doing his movie, I did a little research on 50, and 50 said that when he wasn't doing the movie, he was doing the soundtrack. And they said, when do you sleep, 50? Sleep. He said, sleep. Sleep is for those people who are broke. I don't sleep. He said, I got an opportunity to make a dream become a reality. Don't cry to quit. You already in pain, you already hurt. Get a reward from it. Don't go to sleep until you succeed. Listen to me. I'm here to tell you today that you can come here, you can jump up, you can do flips, you can be excited when we give away money. But listen to me, you will never be successful until I don't have to give you a dime to do what you do. You won't be successful until you say, I don't need that money. Because I got it in here.
I got it in here. Well, we have 5 minutes left. 5 minutes is enough time. You're tuning in to Ed Talk, and this is FAU Our Radio. Visit FAUourradio.com, your number one source for on-campus and off campus and all around the world. Music, great shows. You know, we have some awesome shows here, like my show, Ed Talk, Sound Lab. We have great DJs. So make sure you listen to this, you know. But anyways, all right, guys. So today I was just talking about energy, and you know, I was in like energy. It's not just like energy. It's actually energy. Like, you know what I mean? You got to get pumped because it's Monday. Thank God it's Monday. And I want to leave you guys with one thing. And a lot of you might think, oh, this is like, what is this guy doing behind this mic? And like, who does he think he is? And what is he telling us all this stuff? And I just want you to know one thing, like, real, like, this is some real thing here. I don't think I'm any better than you. I don't think I'm at a position where I should be like giving you, you know, I shouldn't be telling you what to do because, well, shoot, I'm still learning what to do my own self, right? What I learned through this process is that as you're just like going through your life, sometimes you need something to uplift you and to motivate you. And a lot of us, we never really get that because when we listen to a lot of things, we think it's kind of BS because it's the unknown. But you gotta give these things a try. Like give them an ear and just listen to them once in a while. And I promise you, it could really change your life. For me, it was the one thing that really keeps me going is really this stuff right here that I'm doing now. And that's kind of why I do it. Really, I don't think I'm any like better than people or like at a position where I should be telling people what to do. That's why I don't really tell you what to do. I tell you what I know, what I've experienced, and if it's applicable to you, if it's motivating you. You listen to it and you hear it, and yeah. And when I'm in 5 years, I'll be able to tell you what to do. And even then, I probably won't be qualified. If like people are only qualified 2-year standards. However, I just want you to know that spread good energy in the world, and good things will come to you. You think you want to be selfless for a little bit, and great things will come to you. You be nice and say hi to somebody. You might be really important in their lives. You know, a lot of people go throughout the day and nobody acknowledge them. So it's really like little things that matter. You know, it's not like $1 million donation. It's not like you don't have to do great substantial things to be amazing. All you got to do is wake up every day and think of one selfless thing you can do. And just one selfless thing. And this is my way to be selfless, you know. Like this show is it's kind of a way for me to like also let things off my chest, you know. I feel like if God has bestowed greatness upon you, and if you know you have something great to offer, right? Don't just keep it in there all bottled up, like and when you die and it's just gone with you, like gone with the wind. So instead of letting your talents be gone with the wind, spread it, give the energy, and just give it in. You ever seen that guy? How he sprinkles his stuff on the meme guy. He sprinkles a little salt on the meat like that. And what he's doing is he's like adding flavor. And you don't have to do it in a substantial amount. Just like put your fingertips and just let some sugar, let some salt, and just like marinate other people's lives. And whether this thing here that I'm doing works or don't work, whether one person is listening or 10 people are listening, I'm gonna do it because this ain't about me. This may be Ed Talk, but it ain't about Ed. It's about you. And I'm no expert, I'm no guru, I'm just a guy in the process, and I want you to get on yours. So thank you very much for tuning in to Ed Talk. Be sure to tune in every Monday at 3 p.m. on this show where we get super litty. All right, thanks. Tune in. Follow my Instagram at CEO Ambitionist. Be sure to do it. Do it now. Thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you next time on Ed Talk. And let me say it again. Ed Talk. Peace. Peace.